Good morning, I am Mahalakshmi from Hospital Administration Department. Now I am here to explain the topic Hospital as a Matrix Organization. So hospital, what do you mean by hospital? Hospital is a formal institution developed by the Society for Patient Care. The ultimate aim of the hospital is to provide comprehensive patient care and quality patient care. It is intended to meet the complex health needs of the people. So, how hospital is said to be an organization? An organization is a place where a group of people working together to achieve a common objectives. So, hospital as an organization, it takes input from the external environment and produces output. So, organization is a structure or a network of specific relationship among individuals. So, the external environment consists of competitions, regulations and policy issues. So this is the input process output charts. The inputs are 5 M's: money, men, machine, materials and methods. Money is the lifeblood of an organization. Without money we cannot run the organization effectively. Money is very needed for running the organization effectively. Next comes men, the human resource. Without the human workforce we cannot achieve the organizational objectives effectively. Next, machines. So in a hospital, there are large number of medical equipments and supplies which are very helpful in diagnosing the diseases and giving treatment to the patients. So machines are very important resource in a hospital. Next, materials. All clinical, non-clinical and administrative departments use abundant numbers of resources, enormous amount of material resources for providing quality patient care. Last comes the methods. How we are going to utilize all other resources like money, men, machines, materials is known as methods. How we are going to utilize the resources is known as methods. All these inputs are subjected to certain management process. The management process includes planning, organizing, staffing, directing, communicating, controlling, reviewing and budgeting. Planning is the process of determining the future course of action. Next one is organizing. Organizing is the process of arranging the activities systematically in a planned way. Next one is staffing. Staffing is the process of ensuring that human resources are available in the right time at the right place. Is known as staffing. Next one is directing. Directing is the process of motivating, leading, counseling, guiding the human resource in achieving the organization objectives. Next one is communicating. Communication is the transfer of information from one person to another person. So as an organization, they must have the proper channels for communication. Next one is controlling. Controlling what have been performed is known as controlling. How we have performed is known as controlling. Next one is reviewing. So we have to look after our performance. If needed, the corrective actions will be taken. That process is known as reviewing. Next one is budgeting. Budgeting is a plan for how we are going to spend our money is known as budgeting. So in putting a plan for our budget, we have to keep in our mind that money should not be used in excess and it should not be inadequate. The adequate amount of working capital should be incurred for proper running an organization. So all these inputs like money, men, machines, materials and methods are subjected to certain management process and they are converted to the outputs like patient care, training, health education and medical research. So patient care for caring the sick patients, training, giving training for the doctors, nurses and other students. Health education, how we are going to prevent ourselves from diseases. So health education should be given to staff members and other patients. Next one is medical research. The good outcomes of hospitals comes from medical research. So matrix organization. What do you mean by matrix organization? Matrix organization is a mix of product and function where the similar skills are grouped together to execute activities in achieving the organizational objectives. Hospital is a matrix organization having a multifunctional team which comprises of enormous amount of skilled peoples with different levels of knowledge and skills. The basis for hospital is to have a matrix organizational structure is to create a synergism between administration and functional responsibilities in a hospital system. So how hospital is said to be a matrix organization? So as a matrix organization, hospital is performing a combination of process. So to the community is a place to care. To the physician, it is a place to treat patients. To the employees, it is a place to work. And to the management, it is a multifaceted work which comprises of patient care, financial custodian, food service activities, sophisticated equipments, personal activities, etc. So team, how a team is working in a matrix organization is explained here. So in a matrix organization, hospital physician is the head of the team. Under his leadership, there will be a nurses, technicians and other paraprofessional workers. They form a team and works in the hospital. Teams forms around each patient and dissolves when the patient discharges or leaves. Team reforms when a new patient arrives, perhaps not with the same members. So hospital is a multifaceted organization comprising of different committees, departments, types of personnel and services. So how we are going to maintain our multifaceted organization are listed here. For maintaining a multifaceted organization, we have to have all these factors to be governed. Highly trained employees should be maintained always. There should be an efficient systems and controls. There should be adequate number of equipments and facilities. There should be necessary supplies. So these are the different numbers of committees, personnel and departments working in a multifaceted organization. So committees working in a hospitals are listed here. Some major committees are listed here. So committees are Medical Audit Committee or NABH Committee. NABH, National Accreditation Board for Hospitals. Next, Infection Control Committee, Medical Records Committee, Diagnostic Committee, Critical Care Committee, Patient Safety Committee, Medical Education Committee. So Medical Audit Committee works for ensuring that proper quality medical care is given in the hospital. That the committee functions to inspect whether quality care is given. Next one is Infection Control Committee. Infection Control Committee works to reduce the hospital nosocomial infection, which is also called as hospital acquired infection. Next one is Medical Records. So Medical Records plays a vital role in providing care to the patient. So the Medical Record Committee functions to ensure that proper details are given in the medical record by the medical professionals and the diagnostic professionals. Diagnostic Committee. This committee works for the efficiency of diagnostic departments like laboratory, scan, X-ray, radiology, etc. Next one is Critical Care Committee. Critical Care Committee works for inspecting the patients working in ICU, emergency operation theatre, wards, etc. who are directly related to giving care to the patients. Next one is Patient Safety Committee. They works for the patient safety, particularly fire safety, disaster management, maintenance, etc. So next one is Medical Education Committee. So education given for the staff members and the patients are governed by the Medical Education Committee. Next one, the personnel working in the hospital is of two types, administrative staff and clinical staff. Administrative staffs are the people who are working in HR, marketing, finance, etc. Clinical peoples are patients who are directly involved in providing care to the patients. They are consultants, surgeons, nurses, technicians and training students. So departments, generally the hospital departments are classified into two categories, clinical and non-clinical departments. Clinical departments are again the departments who are directly involved in providing quality care. They are inpatients, outpatients, ward, intensive care unit, operation theatres. Non-clinical departments are again administrative departments, human resource, materials management, marketing, finance, operations, etc. So next, classification of hospital based on services. So the service provided in the hospital is classified into three: clinical services, non-clinical services and supportive services. Clinical services are the services directly related to the patient care. They are outpatients, inpatients, intensive care unit, emergency operation theatre, ward, laboratory, radiology, etc. These departments are directly related to patient care. Next one is non-clinical services. Non-clinical services are the administrative services, materials, human resource, marketing, finance, etc. Next one is the supportive services. The supportive service is a service which supports the clinical services to improve the quality of the patient care. So certain supportive services are listed here. They are dietary. Dietary is a department which provides food for the patients and hospital staff members based on the nutritionist advice. Next one is CSSD. CSSD is the department, Central Sterilization and Supply Department. CSSD, the process of cleaning, disinfecting, sterilizing the medical equipments and supplies used in all the different departments in the hospital. And they are issued to the respective departments. It is called a CSSD department. Next one is housekeeping. Housekeeping department helps in ensuring proper maintenance of hospital without any infection. Next one is medical records department. Medical records department is responsible for maintaining overall medical records of the patients, which includes both inpatients and outpatients. Pharmacy is a department which is responsible for distributing the drugs to the patients, both for inpatients and outpatients. Maintenance is a department is responsible for maintaining electrical, water supply, transportation, lift services, fire safety, etc. So this is the matrix organizational structure. For example, for matrix organizational structure is given here. In this structure, it is stated that both administrative services and clinical services are worked together to provide quality patient care. So generally, in a matrix organization like hospital, medical superintendent will be the head of the organization. Under his guidance, there will be administrative services and clinical services. So next, advantages of organizational structure. Why we have to maintain an organizational structure, matrix organizational structure. It helps to identify the inconsistencies and complexities in the organizational structure. It helps to identify the major role of major line of decision making authority. It indicates the employees, their roles and responsibilities in the organization. So major functions of hospitals are listed here. They are patient care, training, health education and medical research. First one is the patient care. The first and foremost function of the hospital is to provide care for the sick without any discrimination of social and economic status. The ultimate aim of the hospital is to provide quality patient care. The hospital should provide comprehensive patient care. The comprehensive patient care involves preventive, curative and rehabilitative care. Preventive care means the hospital should prevent the community and the society from getting certain infections. The care given for preventing certain diseases is known as preventive care. Curative care, after getting some infection, the hospital should take steps to reduce the infection, to treat the patient, to cure that particular infection is known as curative care. Next one is rehabilitative care. If in case a person lost his parts of a body, if he is very difficult to survive in the society, the hospital have to give how he have to face the challenges in his life is known as rehabilitative care. Next one is training. So hospitals should provide education and training for doctors and nurses. They should arrange workshops for student nurses, training programs for special technicians in each fields like radiology and laboratory, etc. So in a hospital there will be numerous new knowledges, new equipments are available. So they have to give constant training for the students, nurses, doctors to enrich their knowledge. Next one is health education. The hospital should assist public health agencies and other voluntary agencies in providing health care for the society. The hospital should provide physical and financial support to such agencies in promoting and the restoration of health. So they should help them to provide prevention against certain diseases and promotion of health in society. So next one is medical research. The good outcomes of patient care depends on medical research. With highly skilled persons, hospital is an ideal ground for medical research. So the complexities in healthcare require special diagnosis and treatment for the restoration of health. A large number of professionally skilled people are available in the hospital with different numbers of committees, personnel, services. So hence hospital is said to be a matrix organization. Thank you very much.